Going down, DFW and everywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Note.
It's Jeff.
We back in this thing, you know what I'm saying, with the Dallas Sportscast. You feel me? Once again, we appreciate all the love and support. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, drop your comments and concerns down in the comment section. We love to hear them. We love to go back and forth with y'all. So, you know, we appreciate the support, man. But we finna go ahead and get episode 9 going in full effect, you know?
Right, episode 9, man. Back at it again, man. We're gonna jump it off with the Colorado versus Oregon matchup this weekend. That's coming up, man. Another big matchup for Colorado.
This is gonna be, you know, Colorado's second biggest test. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, their biggest test is gonna be USC next week. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But right now, this is gonna be Oregon. I mean, Oregon's gonna be their biggest test,
right?
And that's gonna see if they really ready for that college football playoffs.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is gonna be that game. You feel me? So
right.
it should be, in my opinion, it should be a very high scoring game. I see, like you said earlier when we was talking, Oregon running the ball, racking up 150, 200. I see Colorado and Dion and Shadur and them racking up by 300-400 in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a shootout, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a shootout. If I was anybody betting on this game on the point spread, I would go with the over.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking. I'm taking. I mean, you know, I'm riding with Dion, man. So on my picks this week, my parlay picks, I'm taking. You know what I'm saying? Plus 70, over 70 on the over and under on the Colorado and Oregon game, and I'm also taking Dion and them on the money line, which is at plus 600 right now.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I really think they can pull the game. And like I said, I feel like it's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna come down to, like you said earlier when we was talking, it's gonna come down to whoever got the ball last,
right,
or whoever make the first mistake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna be one of them games for sure.
Right. At this point, I think Shadur has shown that he's not the type to make a lot of mistakes like that. Yeah. So I believe Colorado will make a lot of mistakes is if the ball carriers will make mistakes or not.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
maybe the running backs or the receivers.
Yeah.
Or maybe even special teams.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might come down to whoever, you know what I'm saying, it might come down to the special teams play too at the same time. So,
Right.
It's gonna be one of them type of games though.
Right.
It's gonna be one of them. It's definitely gonna be one of them type of games.
It's definitely gonna be one of those games you want to tune in for, man.
Yeah, 2:30 game. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna right in the peak of the day on Saturday. That's gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah, exactly. So you wanna go ahead and clear your schedule if you got a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You got your Saturday open. You wanna clear your schedule and make sure you tune in to that game because it's definitely gonna be back and forth.
Definitely that. It's gonna require, in my opinion, for Shiloh to kind of step up on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna require him to make some plays with the absence of Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is their number one lockdown corner. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? And Oregon throws it a little bit. You got to throw it a little bit to put up 82 points on the team. You know what I'm saying?
I think Oregon is well more balanced than Colorado is.
Yeah.
Colorado's very heavy on the offensive point, but the defense is not where it needs to be just
really
yet.
As far as just the line and the size. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got the skill players, they got the corners, they got the safeties, they got the linebackers. They need to get that front end right. You know what I'm saying? Get them bigger, stronger. You know what I'm saying? Right. They'll be a complete team.
And with the absence of Travis Hunter, it definitely weakens your secondary.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of expose some holes.
Yeah, it's gonna expose some holes, and some of those holes have been exposed the first couple of weeks in the first place.
Yeah.
So I believe a lot of the game plan was to cover up those holes because I believe Colorado's coaching staff recognizes what those weaknesses
they definitely
are.
see it.
And you'll catch a play here and there of a weakness getting exploited, but it won't be exploited the whole game. You understand what I'm saying? So it'll definitely come down to coaching. And play calling and calling the right plays in the right situations. So that's definitely going to be one of the most entertaining games of this week.
I wouldn't even be surprised, to tell you the truth, if it be a somewhat, I ain't gonna say a 1-to-1 repeat of last week, double overtime, who can call that?
You're right.
But I can definitely see this game probably going to overtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for all you bettors out there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get your overtime prop in, man. Hey,
right.
I wouldn't even be surprised, because it's gonna be a back and forth game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a back and forth game, man.
Yeah, so. most definitely. Definitely after losing Travis Hunter, unfortunately, in the Colorado State game. The game itself as a whole was so entertaining and what you love to watch.
Yeah.
Just being a football fan.
Yeah. Colorado State, I give kudos to Colorado State's coach. He definitely came ready, had his players ready, mm-hmm. had a good game plan, solid game plan going. They just came up short in the end. I mean, it's right. That Deion effect, but that's I gotta give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? The whole Colorado State team, I gotta give him credit, because they definitely came with it.
They definitely
came. A W rivalry game.
They came packing it, man. Yeah. They came definitely ready to play, man, and to take everybody and just be physical. Yeah, I say that. Yeah. Just be physical with everybody, man. They were definitely ready, and it might have been a chess move that he planted that seed with the hat and the glasses. Talking about Deion.
That's drawing
you out.
Trying to get the people hyped up.
Right,
man.
That's drawing you out a little bit,
man.
Because that was gonna motivate Deion and them to try to come out and prove something.
Yep.
But when you come out and try to prove something, you're not playing your normal game.
Yeah.
So guess what? We ready to counter whatever you coming with.
Right, because you're getting outside of your element.
Exactly.
You're getting outside of your routine.
Exactly. And Colorado State hit him punched him in the mouth that whole first half.
Yeah, early.
The whole first half, man. And got to give it up to Colorado and Deion and the whole entire
because they weathered the storm, you feel me, and they stayed down. I'm pretty sure, I already know probably 100% that Deion gave them a hell of a speech at halftime.
Right.
I know he cussed every single one of them out. You feel me?
And the thing about it, Deion, is you might have cussed them every single one of them out,
but it's motivational. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that. Okay. I need to get on my shit.
Yeah.
I need to get on my shit and what I'm doing and carry my weight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a more of accountability thing rather than just talking down to your players like some coaches do.
Facts.
So I think everybody felt their accountability and was like, okay, we need to go ahead and take care of business.
Yeah, we need to step up as a unit. You know what I'm saying? And come together.
Right. And then the second half, they took care of business. Yeah. They got things way more under control in the second half.
Yeah.
And you saw that in double overtime.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw them grab
Shedeur making the throws, bro. Like we said before, man, he next, bro. Shedeur is next. Shedeur is that next number one quarterback that's gonna come, you know what I'm saying, be coming through the draft in a couple years. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Shedeur is gonna be that guy. In my opinion, Shedeur is the Black Brady. He's Black Tom Brady.
It's because he's so well disciplined, and when you have,
he has patience.
He has
patience and belief in his receivers that they can get open.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying, because he knows he can make the throw.
Exactly.
All he needs for them is to do is to get open, and he gonna put it where it need to be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying. Shedeur is different. He's not like typical quarterbacks nowadays where they groom you, go through option 1, go through option 2. That's not their run. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's basically what they teaching quarterbacks nowadays. But he's getting the old school game. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
You go through those progressions.
Yeah.
And then having not just a father that was a cornerback, a top cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
A top cornerback that can give you the insight of what other cornerbacks are going to be seeing out there on the field and what other secondary players are going to be seeing.
Yep.
So he can give you the insight on where to throw it, when to throw it, have the confidence to throw it. Because that's one thing that's big about anticipation.
Yeah.
Is the confidence.
Yeah.
Do I have confidence to trust myself in the timing of the route?
Yeah.
That I see the defense the way that I think it's set up.
Exactly, yeah.
And
be able to put it in there.
Put it in there. Yep. Shedeur can put it in there. We know that.
Shedur's accuracy is. I mean, the only other person I put up there with him right now in college football as far as accuracy is Caleb Williams. However you say it, Caleb Williams. Yeah. He's that guy as well.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you before, what I see happening this year as far as who's going into the draft, I see either Caleb or Khalib, or however you say his name. I see him coming out this year because he's bona fide number one pick at this point. I mean,
most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I see Shedeur coming back one more year to Colorado, letting Deion beef up that defensive line for him, and Shedur's next draft. Shedur's gonna be number one pick. You know what I'm saying? That's what
once Shedeur gets that offensive line in front of him, he already working.
He's just gonna sit back there and pick you off.
Sit back and pick you apart.
It's gonna be like Drew Brees back in the G. You know what I'm saying? With Michael Thomas and
he gonna have his choice. Yeah. If you cover everything downfield, guess what? I still have time enough.
I still got at least 2 check downs. You know what I'm
to get to my check downs.
Come on, man. Yeah, Shedur's gonna be a.
So right now they're just out shooting you.
Yeah.
And it's just outgunning you at this point.
Yeah.
Because the offense is so overwhelming. But one thing that they do well, it may not show up in the numbers. They run the ball.
They run the ball very well.
At perfect times.
Yeah. They got it balanced enough to where, I mean, of course they're a pass heavy offense, but they balance it off enough with the running that, you know what I'm saying, it's still, it's still.
You have to respect it.
Yeah, you got to respect it.
Exactly. It's called keeping them honest.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think they're averaging probably about 90 something rushing yards.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, 90, 100. Yeah.
But they're averaging like maybe 350, 400 passing yards.
Yeah.
But that's because you really don't know what they're going to do
you
because
still gotta
they still
respect
keep
the run.
you honest.
Yeah, you still got to respect the run.
They still keeping you honest,
and
man.
that's when they hit you in the mouth with a big play.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep, and that's where you also miss big players like Travis Hunter, though.
Yeah.
In those big play scenarios, but they do have a couple other playmakers out there.
Jimmy Horn, man, they got a couple, man. Say, Deion brought them hitters with him, man.
Yeah. And then one recruiting class will definitely put them higher.
And I'm telling you, all they gonna do maybe add 1 or 2 more weapons as far as secondary, receiving, running back core. The rest of it's gonna be defensive and offensive line. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Guarantee it.
Most definitely. He's a coach. He seems like a coach. I ain't gonna say seems. He's a coach you want to play for.
Yeah.
You an average Joe, and you watch one of his speeches. You want to go put a helmet and pads on to play for this guy.
It's the Deion effect, man. It's the Deion effect.
Prime time. Yep. And then he's been in the light long enough, and he's had one of those personalities to where, okay, he has a personality, but he back it up on the field. Yeah,
I mean, you already know wherever Deion goes, money. So, you know what I'm saying? It's, so it's just that prime time effect, man.
It's going to be money. So,
let's go and get into, what else we had with college? Texas with, going against, I believe Baylor this week.
Yeah, Texas playing Baylor this week, man. After beating Wyoming 31-10 last week, you pretty much expected them to beat Wyoming. But flashing back to the Texas Alabama game.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off of Alabama ass, bro.
They won 34-24. But the game wasn't as close at the score.
At all. Texas controlled the game from whistle to whistle.
Whistle to whistle.
Whistle to whistle.
Yep. And so their quarterback, we know we talked about this. We spoke on this episode, maybe last episode. Yeah. Alabama doesn't look like the typical Alabama team of old.
They don't. I mean, you could tell Deion had some kind of effect on Saban's recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't. Don't get me wrong, the running game is still there. Of course, it's always going to be. They, Alabama breeds running backs like stank on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do. They breed NFL top caliber running backs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But their running game is on point. Their quarterback though, he's
He's not it.
Nah, they need to go ahead and sit him down, swap him out. You know what I'm saying?
Like, see, the sad part about it is they tried that this week. And it still didn't work. It still didn't work. And it looked 10 times worse than what it did with him.
But at the same time, I feel like he didn't even know the offense from what I was seeing.
It looked like
he didn't know the offense very well.
The game,
you know what I'm saying?
In the game versus Texas, he threw a lot of poor interceptions. Yeah. That were, if you just look, you wouldn't throw it.
Yeah.
You just look, you wouldn't throw it. It was a lot of questions of what he was going to do, but unfortunately, he's the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, at this point.
So at this point, you have to change. Now you have to change your game plan because you can't throw certain things a certain way now. Yep. Now you're going to be a run heavy offense, like you said.
Yep.
You're going to have to run the ball,
which they should be doing in the first place. They should be. That's what they should have been doing from the jump, bro.
Exactly.
They those two running backs they got back there. That's 200 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
Easy
on
good defenses. You know what I'm saying? Especially with their line.
You have the players in the trenches already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they got going
on. And another thing that Nick Saban spoke on was that transfer portal.
Yeah.
So now you have players transferring to different colleges. So now you may get, let's say, like a diamond in the rough player that goes to a small Division II college.
Yeah.
He wanted to go to Alabama, but now you got the Deion effect. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I want to go to Colorado.
Yep.
You'll go to Colorado, and you get another player in the trench there. Yep. You get a player in the trench here. And those players make it, as much as offensive and defensive line don't get enough respect and not enough credit.
But at the same time, they're the highest paid, one of the highest paid, besides the quarterback, they're the highest paid players in the NFL.
They
you
are.
know what I'm saying? They are. Because they're in the trenches.
They are.
What I'm saying?
Especially defensive end. Because you can
offensive end too. They get paid. I mean, as you can see with Zach Martin, you know, they get paid very well.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah, they get paid very well because they in them trenches though. That's why. They're on the front line. You feel me? So
they getting hit in the head every play, all of that, man. So it's definitely, man, gotta be something.
What you got on that last week, man? Colorado and Colorado State, that instant classic in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it was.
That was a good ass game, bro.
It was.
That was a good ass college football game.
Colorado State came to play.
Yeah, man. The coach definitely had a good game plan. He had his boys ready out there. You know what I'm saying? He created the perfect form of motivation. You know what I'm saying? Which was, you know, Dion and them stunned with the glasses and everything. You know what I'm saying? He used that as fuel to the fire, and the boys came with it, man. That was a good ass game, bro.
Double OT thriller goes to show you that Colorado, they are what you don't want. A majority of people don't want them to be.
Yeah, they showed they had resilience this game. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of it.
And calm under pressure.
Yeah.
Just because they come out and hit us in the mouth, guess what we gonna do? We'll take that, but we gonna get up off the mat and we gonna fight back.
Yeah.
And that's one thing he instilled in them. And to come back in a game like that, I believe versus Colorado State, not what you would call a powerhouse football school.
Yeah, not in any sense.
But that's a test, nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, at the same time, it's a rivalry game. You know how rivalry games are. You know, interconference rivalry games. You know, especially state rivalry games like that. Colorado and Colorado State, like that's a huge game between them every year. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a rivalry game, interstate rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? Those games are always good and close. You know what I'm saying? Because those teams play each other every year, so they know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They prepare for that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And for the Colorado State players, these are, a majority of them are the same players they played last year.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, man, we still got this. We still got this. And that Deion effect, that ain't real. That ain't real. And you get in the game and you hit them in the mouth in the first half, you be like, yeah, that ain't real. And the second half come, you're like, okay, it might be real a little bit. It might be real a little bit.
Tell you, bro, Dion went in there at halftime and gave them boys the speech of a lifetime.
Man.
And they all came out on 20 trying to go. You feel me?
Telling you right now, Dion, the way he talked to you, And just the fact his resume, it makes you want to play hard, that much harder for him, bro.
Yep.
It makes you want to play that much harder for him, man. So, I mean, even a player like, you may not even consider yourself a serious football player, but you hear Deion speak, you be like, okay,
I gotta do something with my damn life. You know what I'm saying?
Let's strap these things up and let's go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Deion definitely gets you motivated, man. So this game versus Oregon this upcoming week, it'll definitely be one to watch. I think, honest opinion, I know we popped all this shit about Colorado. I really think Oregon is gonna etch them out maybe by 3 points.
In my opinion, I think they'll lose next. If they're gonna lose, they're gonna lose next week against USC.
Versus USC.
I think they'll stick it out with Oregon and beat them by 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think if they're gonna lose to anybody, it's gonna be USC because that's the most complete team that they're playing on their schedule. You know what I'm saying?
And USC is one of those teams that's physical, like Colorado State. Was, but they also have that skill to go with it. So Oregon, they have that high flying offense. That's why we said go ahead and take the over. Yeah, because they have the same kind of high flying offense.
Yeah, the ones put up 82 this year.
That
you know
Colorado, that Colorado has.
You gotta be flying to put up 82.
So it's about playmaking, and if your defense can make the play. You may be able to drive down the field on us, but if we make an interception or get a fumble, that flips the whole perception of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so that can change the whole perspective. So I believe they can beat Oregon, which is why I believe Oregon is only a 3-point favorite. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah.
Because you seen what it was at right now, bro.
Because it can go any way.
Did you see what the spread is right now?
What's the spread right now?
On Oregon and Colorado? It's like 21.
It's 21?
Plus on the Colorado side.
Oh my goodness!
So Oregon is favored by 21 points. It might be 24 at this point, but last time I looked earlier today, it was 21.
Because Travis Hunter got hurt.
Not even that. Not even that. I mean, yeah, but still, not even that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a close. I feel like it's gonna be a close game like last week.
I think
you know what I'm saying? Because you see what the over. I mean, not the over and under, but the point spread was last week. It was 24. It was Colorado favored by 24. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you see how close that game was because it was like I said, interstate rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I don't know. I think like I said, it's definitely gonna be a shootout. Definitely gonna be a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna be a shootout. Yeah. But you want to go ahead and segue to the NFL?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the NFL, man. I don't know what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the injuries, or do you want to get into these Cowboys, man?
Let's go and get into the Cowboys, man. We are looking wonderful
right now,
offensively and defensively, especially defensively. We are looking like the top defense in the NFL, which we pretty much are statistically.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's very hard for people to score on us. Very hard for people to run on us.
Right.
Very hard for people to throw on us because they can't sit in the pocket for more than 3 seconds. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. Cowboys, we're looking very, very good.
Very good.
At this point, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it.
Right. So they just beat week before they destroyed the Giants 40-0.
Yep.
This past week they beat the Jets 30-10.
Yeah, which at the same time was Aaron Rodgers-less. You know what I'm saying? They had your boy Zach Wilson out there, but we still looked very well, I'm going to say, against the supposed number one defense that was ahead of us.
Right.
We looked very good offensively against that Jets defense, bro. And that's a big seller to me. Yeah. That's a real big I loved what I saw out there that game.
Yeah, they most definitely showed
We had no problem moving the ball.
Every week. I think once you take the pressure off of Dak, I think he can play more natural.
Yeah, which is more of a game manager, which he is.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? He's more of a game manager. You don't want Dak throwing 40, 45 times a game.
Right.
Because it's not going to be good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But if you call the right plays and everything and get him in his right rhythm and everything else is natural to him, like you said. And that's the number one thing, which is the change in play calling.
Exactly.
No longer with Kellen Moore calling plays. We got Mike McCartney out here calling plays, it's giving real OG Packers Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl run.
He's
vibes.
putting everything in the offense that helps Dak.
Yeah.
Just simplify things.
Mm-hmm.
Just simplify things. You know where his check downs are going to be.
Yep.
He doesn't have to look through progressions, then find his check down.
Yep.
The check downs are built into his progression.
Yeah.
I think that's one major thing like that. And then have another second receiver I think is slept on in Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
When you had CD getting bracketed, you didn't have Amari Cooper there last year.
Exactly. And we do have two solid good young tight ends out there right now too.
Hendershot.
And Shoemaker. You know what I'm saying? We got they're two very nice security blankets.
They're exactly what they need to be. I was just about to say that word, security blankets. Just turn around, catch the ball, be where we need you to be.
Yep.
For Dak to throw that ball to you. We'll take 5.
Yep.
And then if you got room, go ahead and keep on running.
Yep.
We that's all we need out of y'all.
Exactly.
And Dak, when you have a dominant defense, because this defense, it took it to the next level.
Yeah.
I believe we knew the defense was this good. We knew they could potentially always be.
We've always had that potential. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just the results are showing
the
now.
results.
You know what I'm saying?
But when you don't have a quarterback that's forcing things, or the ball is forced into his hands more than you don't have a ball that's forced into his hands more than it should be.
Exactly. Not gonna lie to you, man. Dak is looking not as good, not the best that I've seen him, but as far as what we have collectively as a team, he's doing his best at managing that and working with the pieces that he has.
Right.
And this is me talking about referring to his breakout season. You know, 4,000 plus yards. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actually a better game manager than a just gunslinger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then you get that sense of, okay, I don't have to be a gunslinger. So the progression is way more patient. So I don't have to do that. So maybe in 2 or 3 more years, he may be able to grow into that. Yeah. Okay, I can take over the game when I need to.
Yeah, because that's gonna reinforce his decision making.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This right now is making his decision making better.
Right.
Because he knows what he needs to do as far as play by play.
Right.
With this offense that we're running right now. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's basically just tightening up his game management skills and his decision making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At this point, you know you've made damn near every throw. You know what I'm saying? Your route runner has ran damn near every route at this point. You know what's supposed to happen. You know what needs to happen. You know in what time frame it needs to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's just tightening up his decision making at this point. Right. And that's the main kicker with Dak is his decision making. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Which has been the questionable thing about him.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely going to be a very, very good learning year for Dak.
Oh, you're most definitely.
Very good learning year.
When you take a step back after trying to do so much because so much was thrust upon you.
Yeah.
Because you're a starting quarterback for quote unquote America's team.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure is put on you. No matter if he say he's cool, calm, and collected. The pressure is on you. Feel that pressure.
Regardless of that. But now it's alleviated because for one, offensive line is airtight. Which translates to our running game being pretty much airtight. You know what I'm saying? Your boy been out there looking real good. Deuce been out there looking real good.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The other guy too, I can't remember his name.
Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
Rico
he been
Dowdle,
looking good too.
He's been on the practice squad.
Yeah.
He's been just the third down, fourth back.
Yeah.
On the depth chart. And he just waited for his opportunity. And you see the patience and the vision that he has now.
Yeah. And on top of that, you know, our defense too is taking that pressure off of Dak as well.
Of course.
Because you know what I'm saying? He's not running 70, 80 snaps a game.
That's
you know
the
what I'm
biggest,
saying?
I believe that's the biggest portion of his success right now.
Yeah, because we keeping him off the field.
We keeping him off the field. And as long as you don't put us at our own 35, our own 40-yard line, bro.
Yeah.
We can stop a team that's starting at their own 25.
Yep. Exactly.
We can stop a team. I got Micah Parsons, Sam Williams rushing off the edge.
Speaking of Micah, man.
I got DeMarcus Lawrence. I got Mozzie Smith, a rookie beast. I got Odighizuwa. Yep. Both of them are dogs in them trenches, man. Yep. So I believe it was, but unfortunately, Trayvon Diggs just tore his ACL.
Yep, but like you said, man, we got Micah, man, and Micah is a anomaly.
Yeah,
that man is one of a kind, and he's only gonna get better.
Oh yeah.
That man, we are so lucky. I pray that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys give this man his money whenever he asks for it. Give it to him before he asks for it.
Oh, they're going to definitely give it to him.
He's going to get a Patrick Mahomes type of contract as far as longevity.
They're definitely going to give it to him because with the whole Zach Martin thing, the whole thing was we holding money for Micah.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason you held out for on Zach Martin, not paying him.
Exactly.
But you paid him his money in 2 years. Now, let's say one of those years goes by this year, and you got one more year on Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
I mean, Micah Parsons has earned that money. He
earned it every single cent.
It's going to be an easy decision for Jerry.
Yeah. He's going. I believe Jerry knows, and he's gonna very lucratively take care of Micah. Micah might be the highest paid defensive player in the NFL.
Right.
It's gonna be up there.
Because the market just moved with the Nick Bosa deal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The market just moved with an edge rusher, and Nick Bosa is not nearly as versatile.
Nah, he's gonna
as Micah.
He's definitely topping Nick Bosa's numbers. He's definitely topping.
What? He can drop back into coverage and cover effectively.
Yep.
Not just drop back and be in the way, but actually make a play on the ball. Yep. I can rush you. I can power rush you. I can speed rush you.
And then at the same time, nobody can stop Micah.
Nobody can stop him.
Double. You can't even stop him with a double team.
Nope.
The man is practicing in practice against triple teams.
Right.
What can you do against that? You can't consistently commit 3 people to block this man
because everybody else is going.
Everybody else is coming free.
Everybody gonna rip your.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So and the double team doesn't do anything against him. So the man is literally unstoppable. He's Aaron Donald, like 75 pounds slimmer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. He literally is.
Right.
And he run a little faster than Aaron. Aaron probably stronger than him. You know what I'm saying? But he run way faster than Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where he's going though. That's where coverage, I see his
And his cover, the fact that he can cover is so crazy to have an edge rusher. And not just an edge rusher because that's really putting him in the box.
Yeah.
An edge rusher.
Because he moves inside so much.
A linebacker.
You know what I'm saying?
He can come up the middle on you. And that gives your defense flexibility too.
He's smoking centers and tackles almost every rush, bro. It's like he's getting back there every time, bro. Micah is different.
Easy.
Micah is different.
Bro, and you have no time.
Yeah.
You have no time to throw.
Not at all.
You have no time.
That's why I can't wait for the Cowboys and Eagles game because I really want to see Micah up against that line.
Fast.
You know that is a very good offensive line the Eagles got over there. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for that game.
Right.
I definitely can't wait for that game.
I think one of those games is like a chess match.
Yeah.
I think Micah may get some pressures early.
Yeah.
And then I think they're going to change things up to where they're going to implement the RPO way more.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Just to keep him frozen right there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Right. So I think that's going to definitely be a big game plan for Philly down the road. Yeah. But as for right now, everybody looks pretty much good in the roles that they're in right now.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody has to do too much. Everybody just man their assignment. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, and your brothers will pick up your slack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's how it's supposed to go.
Right. That's exactly how it's supposed to go.
We looking very complete out there this year so far, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Most definitely. And especially with the Arizona Cardinals coming up this week, that should be another famine.
Easy,
another feast of famine.
Yeah, another easy money game.
Right,
another easy money game.
Most definitely,
another easy money game.
The quarterback, he can run somewhat, but I don't believe he'll be effective to the point where he can just go through Dallas's defense.
Nah, I see him running for his life. I mean, we've already seen what that offense is with Kyler back there. Kyler be running for his life back there. You know what I'm saying? Damn near every play, Kyler's taking off running. He rolling out and taking off running, off rip.
Right.
He not even going through his first check, his first option. Right. He straight rolling out because he already know it's coming. Mm-hmm. So he gonna be doing the same thing. I see Micah getting 2 sacks on, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Easy. He had 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss this past week versus the Jets.
First sack in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
easy. He has 3 total sacks this year so far.
Micah gonna be out there gonna be looking like filet mignon to Micah, bro.
Oh boy, stop playing.
He coming.
Stop playing, boy. Stop playing. Straight on the platter for him.
Yep.
Straight on the platter for him, man. Micah's gonna feast. And I think the Cardinals defense, I believe they're one of those teams that just don't know where they are right now.
Nah.
So they're one of those trash, bottom of the barrel teams.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I see, I literally see the Cardinals tanking until Kyler comes back, and then maybe still kind of tanking a little bit. They might win like 2 or 3 games to make it look good. But as far as their season, they already know their season is pretty much over. No Kyler for the first 6-7 games. Come on, man, season's over.
And is it the first 6-7 games? Because I know he got hurt week 14 last year.
They said at least last time I checked, they said at least 4 to 5 weeks, which in my mind is like 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like 6 weeks when he comes back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe he comes back before that, but I mean,
if he doesn't make if they not in a let's say a 3-3 situation,
and then at the same time, in my opinion, they don't even have enough weapons for when Kyler comes back right now. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough for him. So, in my opinion, they're gonna be playing for a draft pick this year.
Most definitely.
They're gonna try to catch. No. Really, probably one of Colorado's wide receivers that are probably gonna. I don't know if it'd be Jimmy Horn or the other dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, or any other top wideouts. You know, maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. might want to come out this year. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know, he been
balling.
When he come out, he gonna be top 5 guaranteed. Balling. Marvin Harrison Jr. is just like his daddy. You feel me? That is a bad man right there, bro.
Man. And you needed an explosive receiver like that because not only did you lose DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
You lost Christian Kirk, which was an implement, not because Christian Kirk could go deep, but he was those crossing routes.
And you see what he doing in Jacksonville right now,
He's
bro.
Beasting.
Did you see last week, bro? He was Trevor Lawrence's security blanket.
Yes.
Like real talk.
And not only I believe everybody in the Jacksonville situation is in a perfect situation because not only did Christian Kirk go there and flourish, but Evan Ingram. Yeah. Evan Ingram, the tight end from the Giants.
He was the real security blanket.
He's the security blanket. Yeah. And then still an athletic monster at the same time.
Facts.
I think that offense is on the up and up. They just need to get everything together, like coordinators, coaching, a couple more pieces here.
That defense looks solid.
So that'll be good.
That defense looks solid too, holding Kansas City to what was it? 27, something like that, somewhere around
26, there. 27, somewhere around that range.
Holding them to that is pretty good.
But for the most part, it was 17-9.
Yeah, the whole game.
Yeah. The whole game. So you got the defensive end, just sure up those corners and those safeties.
Yeah.
And
then Etienne Jr. needs to be a little more consistent at the same time too, because he kind of this last game this past week he kind of trickled off a little bit, especially starting so strong that how strong he did. You know what I'm saying, the first 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying. He's gonna have to be a little more consistent for them to be. For them to win a little more. So, But it was. You want to go ahead and go into the rest of the NFL? See what else we got there?
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and talk about... Oh, we got a lot of key injuries, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get on the injury tip, man.
The injuries this week have been absolutely terrible. Of course, we know about Aaron Rodgers a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, man, the devastating torn ACL.
Torn Achilles.
He had a successful surgery, and the way he's talking right now is that he's going to come back strong as ever, so we're gonna see with that, how that goes.
And I think the relationship that he built with the Jets during this time is the motivating factor.
Oh yeah, Jets gonna be a top 5 team next year, bro.
Are coming back.
They're gonna be a top 5 team when Aaron Rodgers comes back.
And you want to know the crazy part? Everybody was talking about it before he even stepped on the field for the first time. Bro, they was talking about, can they protect Aaron? Yeah,
that was the big thing about it. But you already know what the Aaron Rodgers and the Garrett Wilson duo is gonna be.
It's gonna be stupid.
It's gonna be retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be ignorant. It's gonna be
And you keep in mind you have Breece Hall, and then you have Dalvin Cook coming out the backfield too. So those checkdowns are gonna be stupid as well.
Exactly.
A dependable tight end. You got a dependable tight end.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name. It starts with a U.
Yeah.
But he's more than a dependable tight end. If you just throw it to him, if I can throw it to him, I can depend on him to catch it.
Right.
But yeah, unfortunately, he tore his Achilles this year. So his season's done. Zach Wilson, unfortunately, didn't get to sit a year behind.
Which would have benefited him greatly.
Yeah,
he still looks like a deer caught in the headlights out there, bro. In my opinion,
most definitely.
He looked like he don't know what's going on
at all. He's
lost in the sauce,
and he's like he soaked up anything from training camp.
Yeah, facts.
But on the other hand, Jordan Love is looking like he knows the offense in Green Bay
because he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years.
3 years.
You know what I'm saying? That's the magic number with the Green Bay quarterbacks. 3 years.
He has that confidence. It's not just the fact that he making throws here and there. It's the fact that you have the same demeanor.
Yeah.
You have the same facial expression. You have the same feel about every throw, about every situation during a game.
Yeah.
You never feel, you always level-headed. I'll say it like that.
Yeah.
And you have so much poise because you sat 3 years.
Right.
Like behind Aaron. Something that Zach Wilson needs to.
Definitely needs badly. Yeah.
It needs badly.
Definitely. And it shows.
I mean,
bro.
I mean, when Aaron first came in, even though they won the game versus the Buffalo Bills that night, opening night versus the Bills, you saw he still wasn't ready.
Yeah. You could literally tell. Yeah.
Came out through an interception right away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Aaron got hurt. So the Jets season is now on that. Can we make the playoffs and build off of that next year?
And at this point, the only salvage they can make is leaning more towards running the ball heavier. But they at the same time they can't do that because their offensive line isn't where it needs to be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't have Aaron back there who could still make those plays even when the play breaks down like that. So that's their problem.
Yeah, and the offensive line is the main reason Aaron's not back there.
Yeah,
the main reason Aaron's not back there. So I think on all 4 of those plays, because he played a total of 4 snaps. All the pass plays he got pressured on.
Yep, every single one.
Every single one.
I was pissed. I had Aaron Rodgers for my season picks. I had Aaron Rodgers on my season picks for yards, so that's out of there. So yeah,
oh my God.
I was very hurt.
Yeah,
I was probably just as hurt as Aaron was.
Yeah, that's disgusting when you think about it. And that's ridiculous, man. It's just. I'm sorry that you even had to go through that, bro.
Yeah, man. That and the week 1 Josh Allen 3 interceptions that killed because I took him under 13.5 interceptions, so that's already a terrible start. You know what I'm saying?
He may steal, but
he might. But at the same time, tick it over with already because Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Josh Allen, he'll have a game like that, but the rest of the season he'll be good.
Yeah.
But it's in crucial times.
It's the same thing as far as on Patrick Mahomes' side. You know what I'm saying? You know, it take them a little bit to get warmed up, and once they get warmed up and in rhythm, you know what I'm saying, in rhythm with all their receivers and everything, and what they need to do, they
get it going. The ball
feet on the ground running. You know what I'm saying? So,
and Josh Allen, the only hang up with him is he makes the turnovers at the worst time possible.
Yeah,
he doesn't make a lot of them, but they're at the worst time.
Yeah.
When the game is literally on the line, it's like when we don't need a turnover, that's when you turn it over.
Facts.
You didn't throw no interception the whole game, but when you down 3 and driving, you throw a pick or you fumble it.
Facts.
So it's those timely mistakes.
Yeah.
But another key injury, man, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, man.
Hate to see him go down with another injury.
I'm glad I didn't take him this week, but I hate for him to get hurt, man.
Right.
I hate for him to get hurt.
Right.
Because he kind of got me in week 2. He threw my ticket off. But yeah, man, he got hurt, and that's gonna be a big blow to the Cleveland running game, man. Very huge blow in my opinion, because he's an
elite back.
He's
top 5.
He's very much an elite back.
And then he's been consistent. Since he's come in, and then the crazy part is so crushing for him and for everybody to see happen to him, especially if you track him back to college.
And I'm pretty sure this is a contract year for him too. I'm not
even.
If it's not a contract year, it's coming up like next year. Yeah. It's around that time for him. So that's a big blow.
Because this is the same knee that he injured in college.
Yeah, the same one he tore MCL, ACL on.
Yeah, the same exact knee. Yeah. And the crazy part, you don't catch a lot of people getting devastating, almost career-ending knee injuries,
especially in the same leg. Bro.
In the same leg.
That's tough.
And ESPN wouldn't even show the replay.
Yeah. It was hard to watch, man. It was hard to watch.
It's definitely hard to watch.
It was hard to watch.
And if you go back to Georgia, just Google Nick Chubb Georgia injury, and you saw how the same knee bent the opposite direction.
Yep. That ain't good at all, man.
At all.
I hope he can fully recover from that, and you know what I'm saying, come back looking at least somewhat like himself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's a tough one right there, man. Especially same knee. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough one. So.
Exactly. And like we just talked about, well, not just talked about, but another key subject is the running backs.
Yeah.
And the market that they're in. You see they get so much usage and things like this happen.
Yeah, man.
And they don't get paid.
Yep.
You hate to see that because Nick Chubb was one of those backs.
He's a top, like you said, he's a top 5 back. You know what I'm saying? He's guaranteed a bag.
And gonna break the bank.
Yeah, it's guaranteed a bag, bro. He's a crucial part of any offense.
Exactly.
As long as they got an offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And Cleveland Browns have a decent offensive line.
Yeah, they do. They've had one for a couple of years now. You know
Right. And now they bring Kareem Hunt back. So it's definitely not going to be the same 1-2 punch.
Facts.
But I believe Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt
they can kind of pick up the slack, especially Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? You know they're gonna be leaning toward more with him as the lead back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's more familiar with the offense and everything, and he's still explosive. You know what I'm saying? He's still Kareem Hunt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll be okay. They're just not gonna be as good as they would be with Nick Chubb.
Right. Like you could never replace Nick Chubb.
Nah,
you can never replace him.
Nah.
You can only supplement things for him, but it'll never equal to what Nick Chubb.
That man moved the chains. That man moves the chains.
And runs hard.
Yeah,
every play. Runs hard every play. Similar to our next upcoming point, Trayvon Diggs.
Yep.
You can only fill in for him. I believe we're in a lot better spot.
Yeah, I mean, with the depth that we have right now, we can supplement it better than past years when we've had a key injury like this. Mm-hmm. But with the depth we have, I'm pretty sure that we can, compensate for him and kind of make up for it. Especially if Stephon, steps up into that lead corner role, which he is, you know what I'm saying, and kind of solidifies his side over there. The other pieces can really just fall into place, mainly because of our defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Our defensive lines, they're tight. So.
Oh yeah, as long as they keep that defensive line, you keep on not being able to have even 3 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
The corners are going to be successful.
Yeah.
The safeties are going to be successful.
Yeah.
Everything will fall into place regardless of that injury. The only thing that hurts is those one-on-one situations when you throw the ball up.
Yeah.
And Trayvon is a ball hawk. He going to go get it.
Yeah, man. That's going to be the only thing we're going to really suffer in. We're going to need whoever takes that number 2 corner spot to really step up. They're gonna really have to step into that position with the really hungry mindset, you know what I'm saying, and stay disciplined at the same time.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like our defense is like we have enough depth and we're good enough to where we can still make up for that. You know what I'm saying? Make up, because that's a big loss, man. That's a huge loss.
Most definitely.
To the arguably number 1 defense in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a huge loss.
To me, I don't believe it sets us back to where the defense was last year, where Anthony Brown is the second.
Nowhere near.
Near that.
Nowhere near.
But I believe they're 10 times. I ain't gonna say 10 times, but 5 times better.
Yeah,
than what they were. 1 year passed, so you progressively get better.
Yeah.
But Deron Bland was already a sleeper last year. He was pretty good. Jordan Lewis, he can probably take over that slot role full time.
Definitely.
Because outside he does tend to struggle a little bit. Yeah. But then, like we said earlier, we play with 3 safeties.
Yeah.
Malik Hooker is a pretty good safety, rangy safety that can cover up some mistakes.
Yeah.
Got Jaron Kearse, that's more of a hybrid type safety who can play in the box.
Yeah.
And then you have Marquise Bell. They've been playing.
Yep. He's been showing up too.
Yeah, and he's one of those. To me, I believe if they don't resign Jaron Kearse, I believe Marquise Bell will be that next guy to slide in. He has the size, he has the build, the speed.
Yeah.
Similar to Jaron Kearse.
Yeah.
So I think they're still in a good spot, which is great in terms of a defense as a whole.
Right.
And defense as a whole, because the defense, it'll still be strong. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, just off the strength of our defensive line, bro. Like, our defensive line is in my opinion, number 1 in the NFL right now. Nobody can stop us. Mm-hmm. Nobody can stop those front 4 with Micah and your boy coming off the other edge. Like, nobody can stop us.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah,
Sam is an athletic feature nature in himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, our defensive line is nothing to be matched with right now. Probably except the Eagles front line.
That's it,
and we ain't seen that yet. And I'm waiting. That's the matchup I really want to see.
One thing I'm interested to see, like you said, that matchup. And the Eagles have a new offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see what we're going to do.
And their counter to it as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And 2 big pieces, Odighizuwa, the defensive tackle, and Mozzie Smith, the rookie this year. Both of those guys are clogging up that middle area,
right, to
where you're running into those edge rushers and you're running into the rest of the defense.
Yep.
Or you have to bounce it out, and then those linebackers fly sideline to sideline.
Yep.
Because you got Van Der Esch, we know. As long as he stay healthy, he's a
dog. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be productive.
Yeah.
But then you got a Texas from the University of Texas.
Yeah.
Demario Overshown.
Yeah.
He runs sideline to sideline.
Yep.
He can go get it. Damone Clark.
Yep.
Sideline to sideline. You have those guys. Those those interior linemen were so key for this whole defense.
Right.
And once they got that, everything else was
just falls into place.
Falls into place after that.
Yeah, exactly.
And Trayvon and the corners can play way more tighter, like we said earlier, or in a couple of episodes ago. They can play man to man now.
Yep, exactly.
They can play man to man
because they know the ball coming out in 3 to 4 seconds.
It has to.
It's coming out in 3 to 4 seconds every time.
It has to.
It's every time.
Because if it doesn't, guess what? It's a sack a sack fumble.
Or incomplete pass.
Or incomplete
one of the three.
Or if you got a trash quarterback back there, he's just gonna throw it for grabs and throw a pick.
Yep. Exactly.
And that's when you have those safeties like Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker's one of those safeties. He gonna sit back there in a single high.
Yep.
And then he gonna read everything in front of him.
Yep. He just following the ball.
Following the ball, man.
Yep.
So I think it's definitely a blow to miss a playmaker like that.
Definitely.
But I believe they built the defense
to withstand it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could definitely, you know.
And the defensive coordinator Dan Quinn has been here for some time.
Yeah, so he knows. Yeah, he knows how the defense needs to be ran. You know, how he wants it to be ran. He's low-key built it from the ground up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I think around the time he got here, our defense was trash.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yep.
Yeah.
And you've seen every player's strength. You've seen every player weakness. Yep. You know what situation to put them in, what situation not to put them in. So I believe it's just the perfect storm. That's just an unfortunate blow.
Yeah.
Because you can't replace him. Man. You can only supplement a player like Trayvon.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's something we did have to report this week.
And we're gonna be, like I said, we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna be all right.
And unfortunately, it happened at practice.
Yeah. That's the
insult to injury.
Yeah.
Part. And that matter of fact, that goes back to the Aaron Rodgers injury as well. That artificial turf they're talking about.
Yeah, man, and you know, ever since the Aaron Rodgers injury, man, they talking about implementing the 100% turf back.
100% grass.
Yeah, grass.
Because the
artificial turf is no good. It's no good for cleats, especially with cleats, man. You know what I'm saying?
It stays. They stay right there in the cleat. They stay right there in the ground.
Yeah.
No matter where your leg is, no matter how it's bent, your cleats are gonna stay dug into that turf.
Yep.
Did some research. Literally half of the fields have grass or a hybrid.
And the other half is artificial turf. Yeah. And that just goes into them. It's easier for them to maintain the grass. You know what I'm saying? When they do it like that at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a convenience factor for them, but it's a very much inconvenience for the players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right. Either they don't slip enough.
Yeah.
And they foot get caught and injuries happen, or they slip too much.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we first moved to artificial turf, especially in Texas Stadium, when Texas Stadium was still here.
Yeah.
We moved from that hard and carpet turf, artificial turf. AstroTurf is what they called it.
Yeah.
When they first moved to that grassy, that artificial turf, it was a lot of slipping going on the field and things like that. So you have some stadiums that have a hybrid.
Yeah.
They have a hybrid of artificial and natural grass.
Yeah.
So maybe that may be a compromise, but all the stadiums need to move that.
Yeah, it's about that time, man. It's been definitely too many injuries as a result of that. So yeah, it's about the time they make the jump just to regular grass. In my opinion, let the players get used to it. Yeah, it's gonna be more slips and falls, but hopefully less injuries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, because I mean, we've all seen how many injuries, turf related injuries at that have happened ever since they implemented the change. You know what I'm saying? So it's about that time, man. But you got anything else you want to touch on before we get ready to get out of here, man?
We're just gonna touch on this last little bit. The Texas Rangers are still trying to get into that playoff race.
Are they still tied for third? I believe it was last time I looked.
They're actually second/third.
Right.
Say.
Yeah.
Both of Texas and Seattle are a half game behind.
Okay.
Houston right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the AL West lead.
Yeah.
But a key series that's coming up, actually starting tonight, is Texas and Seattle.
Yeah, which
so
is going to
Texas,
be very key, yeah.
Very key. So if you sweep that series, you're basically 2-3 games ahead.
Yeah, solidified it too.
Solidified it too. Yeah. And Houston, no telling who their opponent is this week. Whoever they play, if they lose 1 or 2 games and you sweep the Seattle series,
you could be back. You could be back up. Yeah, you could be back up at number 1 and tied for
take
it.
Over
so
that spot.
we're still right there.
It's still. Oh yeah, most definitely. They won their last series versus Boston, 2-1.
Right.
But like I said, it's a crucial series versus Seattle coming up.
I mean, this whole last leg of the season is going to be crucial for us.
It is,
especially if we want to make a dent and make a legitimate playoff run. Mm-hmm. These last few months are going to be crucial for us.
Most definitely.
Hopefully they can get it together and come together as a team, get back on the ball like they were earlier in the season. Mm-hmm. We done kind of hit a little skid this last month plus
at the worst time possible.
Yeah, man. This is really the time where you want to be getting into your rhythm and ramping up and getting on the roll. You know what I'm saying? So you can be ready for the playoffs.
I'm not in that. Then I'm not even sure what's going on with Uvalde. They may or may not get him back.
Yeah, I mean the way I was hearing it, it's looking like we're probably not gonna get him back. So I mean, hopefully that we can prepare for that and make the right moves to correct that. You know what I'm saying, and kind of compensate for his loss because that's a big loss. Right. We paid a pretty penny for him.
And then Scherzer is shut down for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So you traded for him at the trade deadline, and he's gone for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to pitch the playoffs, depending how far they go in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they get to maybe the ALCS or maybe even the World Series. He might.
Yeah, he might be able to come back. Yeah.
He might make an appearance. But the good part is, for the lack of pitching that they don't have,
the hitting's been there.
The hitting's been there, and then also Josh Young, the rookie all-star that they got.
Yeah, he came back from injury. He came back from injury. He came back from injury, man, and he hit the ball rolling, man. Mm-hmm. Feet hit the ground and he was rolling, man. So.
Him and also who's been on the injured list for a week or two, Adolis Garcia.
Yeah.
He was leading the AL in RBIs when he got hurt. So you have those 2 big bats back in the lineup. So hopefully they can out-hit you.
But you can already see the impact that they make coming back. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been back long, but they've definitely already made an impact. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Being back on the field, so that's good to see. Yeah. And I mean, it spells good things in the future of the Rangers. Even though we lost 2 key pitchers, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just gonna have to. The other pitchers in the bullpen just gonna have to step up, and that's just what it's gonna have to be.
That's what it's gonna have to be, man. So, hopefully Texas just gets it together, and even if you don't win the championship this year, just make a decent run.
A decent run in the playoffs is a good thing to build off of, and you come back next year ready, add a few more pieces. Try to add another ace if we can. You know what I'm saying? Another ace caliber pitcher that's not 40 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and we'll be in good shape. We already got the groundwork laid out. You know what I'm saying?
Then just have some depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Depth.
And be prepared for the bad times.
Be right. And the bullpen, strengthen your bullpen up for situations like this.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have Uvalde and Scherzer that are not here. You can lean on that bullpen.
Right.
So right now, it's optimistic in terms of the hitting, not so much the pitching, with them. So hopefully they get it together and eke into the playoffs and build off of the playoffs. Because right now, they're not legitimate World Series contenders.
Nah, not at all, man. I see right now, the way we've been playing over the past couple weeks, I see us maybe being able to get past the first round and making a second round appearance.
Maybe.
But right now, how it's looking, we're not World Series bound at all. Nah. So we definitely gotta get some rhythm going. You know what I'm saying? And
about a month ago they were.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looked good. Scherzer was pitching well. But injuries and things of that sort, those things happen.
Yeah.
And like I said, we it's a game of runs, a game of perfect timing. So hopefully they keep that going and just build off of that, and hopefully we be pleasantly surprised with the result by the end of the season.
We got a lot of upside. Hopefully they just come through on it, and we can eke out a good season this year, man.
Right.
We definitely poised for it. We definitely headed in that direction. We just gotta keep putting in the work and stay consistent. That's the biggest thing about it.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. So I think that's actually gonna touch on the last subject for us this week. We appreciate y'all listening and tuning in to us once again. Unfortunately, we missed y'all last week. But glad to get back to y'all this week.
Yeah, right.
Definitely glad to get back to y'all this week, and so grateful that y'all tuned in to us this week again. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up, and we're gonna go ahead and tune out.
Yeah, man, we're gonna like we said, we appreciate everything y'all done did for us, and you know what I'm saying? We came with the heat. We apologize for the week off. You know what I'm saying? Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? So we coming back with the heat this week, and be looking for us next week, man, for the next episode 10, man. It's gonna be a milestone for us. So just be ready, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop your comments and concerns down in the comment section, and we're going to see y'all next week, man. We got a very eventful week coming up in sports this week, so we look forward to seeing y'all next week, man.
Right. And we'll catch y'all later. Catch y'all next week, man.
All right, y'all take it easy, man. Have a good one. Be safe this week, man.